I said, did you know that there is hidden DNA only found in African people? A study was done at the American Association for the Advancement of Science on DNA genome, testing the variations of DNA series on different species. DNA series is the genetic information that is carried in the DNA. They started with an orangutan, and the orangutan had 3, a gorilla had 4, and the ape had 5. So they realized different species do have different DNA series. But then when they studied humans, they also realized that different races also have different amounts of DNA series. The Europeans, Russians, Spaniards, Japan, all had 6 series DNA. The people with the highest DNA series was found in Africa. They had a 9 series DNA count. That is the most out of all species, proving that African DNA holds more genetic information. This is how years of torture, mutilation to our people, overstand the damage that has been done to our people would have been extinct if it was any other race. But the fact that we still here today, thriving and multiplying and waking up, it's in our DNA literally to be advanced. This is why they don't teach you about the melanated genetic self, because then you would realize how advanced you are, putting you at an even playing field. And they do not want to see us in the field. Did you know this black woman's cells are still thriving and reproducing to this day, 69 years after her death? Yes, a black woman. Henrietta Lacks, born August 1st, 1920. She's famous for her HeLa cell. After her death, October 4th, she had her own cells stolen from her tumor and her cervix. After receiving these samples, Dr. George Bay noticed that her cells would not only survive but multiply at an extraordinary rate. Normal cells can divide 50 times before they self-destruct. Most cells die even faster outside of a living body, but Henrietta Lacks cells are still thriving to this day. One scientist estimates that if you could pile all HeLa cells ever grown onto a scale, they would weigh more than 50 million metric tons. Her family wasn't even informed till 30 years later, with no compensation on all the experiments done with her cells, all without her consent. It reminds me when a black family was bombed in Philly and the bones of black children were used at an Ivy League course without the family members' consent. This shows how much respect they have for our people.
The strangest video you will ever watch. So, part 2. So, the guys that made the pyramid, they are called our ancestors. They were very powerful in the Indus Valley, where all this technology that they have white-faced these great inventors, and now let we think that most of the things are from the Greek, right? These guys who made the pyramid had made 3 sons. 2 had been destroyed because of experiment of these people who love to go inside our caves and take out things. Yeah, you know those people, right? The ones that are very inquisitive. Now there is 1 son that is leave. 1 son. This son is the one that I'm looking at right now here, right? They has the ability. How I know? I knew. In China right now, they have erected the new sun that is 10 times hotter than this sun, which is a fake sun, right? Yeah. Now, tell me now. They have been controlling the weather. Do you aware of that? Yes, this is why the era that I'm in right now, rain never fall in the morning. And I'm here for 1 year and 4 months. Why it always has to fall after 12? This simply means it's a human construct as long as it is so aligned and so in line. That's how humans do things, robotic. All right, good. So you are aware that in Jamaica, they said that the Sahara dust, how can a dust travel from Africa, right, across the Mediterranean seas, right, where you know hot air rise, like how the moisture is over all the waters. And humans believe this. So naive. Anyway, go further to say that they have realized that our DNA, within it, there is a record that is called the Akashic Records. Not even fire can destroy it. This is why I know that the people who you really love, that are called your ancestors, they cannot die. Because they have done a research with someone that is alive, test their blood, and 3% of their DNA is unlocked. While somebody that died, they did a carbon testing on their blood, and 97% of their DNA was unlocked. Simple means, when you die, according to words, you literally rose to a different dimension that is even more powerful. Saying all of this to say, if my ancestors has the ability to make the sun, and through the sun, all green plants make their food through sunlight that is called photosynthesis, what my ancestors cannot do, then who is God? Because my mother always say, thank you, Lord, for falling the rain. And now we realize that human has the ability to fall rain. Put all of these together and you realize that your ancestors move clocks. The ones that are past, yes, to show you recurring numbers like 111, 555, yes, and they call them, angelic numbers. My friend, I just want to put this video forward to let you know that what you think you know, you really don't know. So don't be close as the Bible, because the Bible alone cannot guide you in this world that is so infinite. Read and open and flow like water. Open up to new ideas and new information, because the mind that they have given you is an old desktop computer. Rewire your mind to one of the latest PC, my friend, because there is new information, and every day your DNA is being unlocked, and these information needs space to come in. So be open as a book, the strangest video on the planet.